Hello internet friends. In this video I'm continuing to work on the left fuel tank. The step I will be doing today is countersinking. Now it's interesting to me that all of the holes, privet holes, I guess that's the correct term, in the skin are dimpled except for the ones where the rear baffle connects. They want you to countersink those. I don't know why you don't countersink the whole thing, but for the rear baffle it makes sense because it seems like it would make a better seal being flat instead of having to mate to a dimpled surface. Again, oh well, I guess that makes sense because if you think about it, the ribs would probably have a harder time being flat. What do I know though? I'm not an aerospace engineer. I am just doing what the plans say to do. The other thing that I'm continuing to do is use the soldering iron to cut out the strips of blue vinyl where the rivet holes are. People that have been advanced and finished their planes have said that blue vinyl doesn't add that much protection because it gets all scratched up once you put the parts on the airplane anyway. And for right now, moving around the parts in my garage, it seems that it gives them a little bit extra added protection, so I'm happy with leaving it on. The other thing I did was where I deviated from the plans was I took the assembly here out of the cradle because it seems easier to drill vertically, pressing straight down. They do have you put the tank baffle in, or the rear tank baffle, to use as a guide here when you're countersinking to keep the pilot straight. Anyway, it seems more comfortable to me to drill in this orientation, so took it out of the cradle and I'm drilling this way. There's not really any gotchas in this part. If you've gotten to this part, then you've already countersunk your spar, and that's like the scariest countersinking you'll do on this project because the spar is like $2,000 or something ridiculous. You learn good lessons doing that one. Anyway, just go slow, use bow lube, use a rivet to check that you're making, the correct size countersinks. And other than that, it's pretty straightforward, just time consuming. And by time consuming, it takes maybe 10 seconds per hole. So easily accomplished in one night while you're wearing your pajamas, if you didn't notice. Let's see, any more suggestions that I have for this section? If I could do it over again, I would put all of the parts into bins. In fact, I might still do that. That's probably a good idea. Because right now under my table, I built a table for the fuselage, but I just kind of have the parts scattered under there. I think I'm going to take a bin, put all the parts in there so I don't lose them. Because yeah, I spent a whole night trying to find a bearing in one of the future videos that I haven't recorded audio for yet. But I thought I lost a whole bag of bearings, and then I realized I put them in a cupboard after I decided to clean my garage and look for it. So I found it, yay! But which is great because that bag of bearings costs $600 now to buy from Vans. So it's like I found free money, but instead of having to go through that trouble, I should have just organized everything in the beginning. So yeah, my suggestion is to take all the parts and put them in one place and then don't move them. Or if you have to move them, put them in some kind of container that can move. Anyway, that is my pro tip of the day for not costing yourself anguish and or money. Anyway, if you are also anguished by parts costing money, come join a chat group whenever this link pops up. It's not a link, it's a QR code. Just scan the link with your QR code with your phone, and you will join our RV Builder Slack/Discord group. Apparently no one uses the Discord group. We're just doing that for funsies. Everyone's in the Slack group. It's the easiest thing to use so far, even though it only saves 90 days of messages. Anyway, we will see you there and see you in the next video.